If you're trying to switch Medigap plans outside your first 6 months on Medicare, one forgotten prescription or a misinterpreted doctor's note can cost you an extra $4,300 a year or even block your approval entirely. Unfortunately, I had a client who got hit with a level 2 Medigap rating with a carrier for something that popped up on her Melamine IntelliScript report that she didn't even know about. She was in very good health and on less than 3 medications, but the carrier software combed through everything, and that one record slammed her with an automatic rate increase. Today, I'm showing you exactly how Medicare Supplement underwriting works, the 3 layers of approval, and the mistakes that cost people thousands. And most importantly, the specific actions you need to take right now to protect your wallet and your coverage if you're shopping for a Medigap plan. So why does underwriting matter? Well, if you're already on a Medigap plan, underwriting barely matters at all. But if you're trying to switch plans or you're past your 6-month open enrollment window, then underwriting decides everything. And it's not what most people think. It's not a nurse, a chart, or a doctor. It's software, algorithms, and predictive scoring. This is why 2 people with the exact same health history can get completely different approvals depending on the carrier that they choose. There are 3 layers to Medigap underwriting, and the 3rd one surprises almost everyone. Layer 1 is the questions you answer during the application process. When you apply, the carrier asks yes or no health questions. They're not trying to learn your history, because we'll get that later in the reports. They're really looking for reasons to stop your application. Some examples: in the last 2 years, has a doctor told you that you had a heart attack, or have you had bypass surgery, stents, or angioplasty? Have you been diagnosed with atrial fibrillation or an enlarged heart in the past 5 years? Have you been treated for COPD or emphysema, especially with home oxygen or 3+ medications? Answer yes to any of these questions, and that's usually an automatic decline. But here's the catch: even if you answer no, they're about to pull the real data directly from your doctor's notes and your prescription history. Which leads us to layer 2, IntelliScript, and a prescription history. This is the part almost no one talks about. Nearly every Medigap application triggers a Melamine IntelliScript report, which is essentially a full log of every prescription you've filled in the last 5 to 7 years. They don't check what you actually took, they check what you filled. If you filled metformin, they assume diabetes. If you filled Eliquis, they assume atrial fibrillation. Even if you took it once, even if it's discontinued, even if you never used it, it can trigger higher rates or a denial. Most people don't realize they're being judged by old prescriptions they can't even remember. Layer 3 is medical records and predictive scoring. I think of this as the deal breaker. After the questions and after the prescription report, carriers can request medical records and run a scoring algorithm. Some carriers request records every time. Some only if something looks off, and some tolerate certain conditions differently. One carrier might approve well-managed diabetes while another one denies it. One carrier might accept anxiety medication while another one flags it. Same health, different outcomes. The system is not designed to help you, unfortunately. It's really designed to minimize the insurance carrier's risk. And timing is everything. Most declines happen because people apply at the wrong time. Within your first 6 months of Medicare Part B, there is no medical underwriting. You get guaranteed approval. And if you leave employer coverage, you also get a 63-day guaranteed window. And certain states, like New York and Connecticut, allow switching all year with no medical underwriting. But if you miss your window, even by a month, you're in full medical underwriting. That's how people end up paying $617 a month instead of $257 a month, not because of their health, but because of timing. These are the top 3 mistakes I see people make. Mistake number 1 is auto switch later. Later equals underwriting. Underwriting equals unpredictable. Mistake number 2 is stopping medications before they're applying for a Medigap plan. IntelliScript only shows what you filled, not when you stopped it, so carriers assume the condition could still be active. And mistake number 3 is not checking with a broker first. Every carrier handles conditions differently. Yes, Medigap plans are standardized, but one now can trigger others, and you need a broker who knows which companies approve your exact history. And yes, you can appeal. In fact, I recommend you do. If you get denied because of a medication being incorrectly coded, or a prescription filled by accident, or an inaccurate medical record, a misdiagnosed condition, you can file an appeal for all of those things. And all you have to do is provide a letter from your doctor written by them, an updated medication list, or proof you discontinued a medication. And the people that appeal are more likely to win because they correct the record if there's incorrect info. So what should you do right now? I would recommend pulling your pharmacy fill history. Ask your pharmacy for a 24-month fill report. Milliman flags medications, and I would recommend correcting any errors early if you see a medication that you didn't take. And then choose the carrier that matches your health. Different companies have different nope items. Picking the wrong one could double your monthly costs. Appeal immediately if you're denied. Request reconsideration in the first 30 days. Provide documentation from your doctor. Don't just ask them to please reconsider. And then switch while you're healthy. Underwriting only gets tighter, and carriers can change risk guidelines every January. Your best shot is when you're the healthiest and on the fewest medications, and maybe that's right now. I'm Callie Navarrete, a licensed insurance broker and certified Medicare expert. If you want to avoid paying thousands unnecessarily, or if you need help navigating Medigap underwriting, leave your questions down in the comments below. I read every single one. And like this video if it helped you understand Medigap underwriting more. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and click right here to watch this next video for more expert Medicare tips like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.